Welcome to Modentum Education. You will hear a conversation between a man and a woman outside of the shopping mall. The woman is having a coffee on a bench. The man approached her and asks for help. Listen to the conversation. You will hear it only once. Audio about 1 to 1.5 minutes long.
Excuse me, do you work here?
As a matter of fact, I do. How can I help you?
I've been looking for an address and I can't seem to find it. Do you happen to know where 211 Pemberton Place is?
I believe this whole mall is located at this address. What store did you need?
Well, it's not a store, it's a language school.
Really? Are you looking for Spanish classes?
Yes, I am.
Isn't that funny? I work for the Spanish Center. I'm on a break and just enjoying my coffee here.
Wow, what a lucky encounter.
I know. Well, my break is over and I'm going back to the office. You can follow me and I'll take you there.
Thank you so much. I couldn't find a better person to ask for help.
Question 1. What is the man's final destination? Question 2. Why does the woman call the situation funny? Question 3. How does the man feel about meeting the woman? Here we are. Now, back to business. Any particular reason you need to learn Spanish?
I'm planning to do some research work in South America later in the year. I may need to spend up to 6 months living there. I'd feel much more comfortable if I could understand the locals and make myself understood.
Do you know any Spanish?
I took some Spanish at school, but that was a long time ago, and I hardly had any chance to practice it since then.
So you'd need a beginner's class, correct?
I believe so.
We offer group classes that run 3 evenings a week for 2 hours. Each level is 3 months long. Unfortunately, the only beginner's class we currently have started a month ago. I'm afraid you may need to wait 2 more months to start.
But I hate to think that I'd be wasting all this time when I could be learning something. I was hoping to become fairly fluent in Spanish in 5 to 6 months' time.
I understand. I really want to help you. Let me ask our academic director if we could offer you some other options. Question 4. How much time does the man have for studying Spanish? Question 5. Why does the woman want to know the man's level of Spanish? Okay, good news! Because you have some history of learning Spanish, our academic director thinks you may be ready for the low intermediate class, which starts next Monday.
He may be right. My grammar is in fact quite adequate. I just need to learn vocabulary and practice conversation.
Exactly! Why don't you do a placement test first, and we'll know better after you complete it.
Thank you. Sounds like a plan.
Question 6. What is the man going to do next? Question 7. Why is the man excited? Question 8. What can be said about this school?
You are about to hear a conversation between two people who know each other. They have met in a park. Listen to the conversation. You will hear it only once. Audio is about 1.5 to 2 minutes long.
Hey Jacques, good to see you. Have a seat. Have you heard that the city is canceling the Concerts in the Park program?
Oh no! I did hear that they've approved the new stadium though. It figures, doesn't it? The arts aren't worth funding, but sports are.
The same thing is happening in schools. In this case, though, I think it's a matter of supply and demand. Because concerts aren't attended by nearly as many people as sports events are, there aren't as many concert events. Attendance is the demand, and the number of events the supply.
Yes, but our city government isn't a business. If arts events were everywhere, like sports, maybe more people would show an interest in them.
You could be right. They could have dance competitions and music competitions.
Why do they need to be competitions? I think our society has become fixated on competition. Just look at what's been happening with television shows.
I hadn't thought about that before, but you're right. When simple travel shows are presented as a competition, like a race to get from point A to point B, they become more popular. That happens to cooking shows too, now that I think of it.
You know, I think we should write a letter to the mayor. I understand that we live in a democracy, so majority rules, but there should be room for minority interests too. After all, members of minorities pay taxes too.
I agree. If only a minority is interested, the government doesn't have to spend as much on the arts, but they shouldn't cancel the programs completely.
Maybe they could reduce the number of concerts per year, or increase the admission fee. I would pay more for tickets.
Me too. Why don't you draft a letter and bring it with you tomorrow? I'll take a look and see if I have anything to add.
Sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Question 1.
Why do they have this discussion?
Question 2.
What does the man likely prefer?
Question 3.
According to the man, what should the government do?
Question 4.
What do both people think about competition?
Question 5.
What do they decide to do?
You will hear a conversation between a man and a woman who used to be neighbors. They have just unexpectedly met in the park. Listen to the conversation. You will hear it only once. Audio is about 2 to 2.5 minutes long.
Lori, how are you? Every time I pass your house, I notice how many birds there are, flying about, chirping away, and so many different kinds. How do you do it?
Easy. I build birdhouses. I have a bird bath in the yard, and I put out lots of food for them.
You mean you put seed in a bird feeder? I've seen bags of bird seed at grocery stores and hardware stores. Perhaps I should buy a bag.
Keep in mind that different kinds of seeds attract different kinds of birds. Sunflower seeds attract the greatest variety. Goldfinches like thistle seed, but we don't have goldfinches here. Not only that, I actually make my own suet cakes.
What? Oh, you mean those blocks of seed that you put in a metal cage for birds to pick at? How do you make those?
I can give you the recipe, but basically I melt a big chunk of suet, that's just animal fat, in a pan, and I add some peanut butter, and then about a cup of cornmeal to thicken it.
Next, you add the seeds?
Yes, and not just seeds. I also put in some fruit, and since I don't want the squirrels to eat it, I put in some red chili powder.
I had no idea that squirrels don't like chili. I'm surprised the birds aren't put off by it.
Me too. Then I pat the mixture into a container to shape it and put it in the fridge overnight to set. In the morning, I pop it out and put it into the wire cage you mentioned.
That sounds pretty simple. Yes, I'd love to have the recipe.
I also make my own hummingbird nectar. It's even easier. I just boil 1 cup water with 1/4 cup sugar, or 2 cups water and half a cup sugar.
Really? Ordinary white sugar? But aren't they always telling us how bad sugar is for us?
Yes, for us, but it's okay for hummingbirds and ants, unfortunately. You shouldn't put red food coloring in the sugar water, though. That's bad for them. It's better to buy a red hummingbird feeder. Question 1.
What is the conversation mainly about?
Question 2.
What kind of seed does the woman probably buy?
Question 3.
Why does the woman put red chili powder in her suet cakes?
Question 4.
Why does she put the suet mixture in the fridge?
Question 5.
What does the man think about her use of white sugar?
Question 6.
What will the man most likely do after talking to the woman?
You will hear a news story about roundabouts. Listen to the conversation. You will hear it only once. Audio is about 1 to 1.5 minutes long.
Halifax recently held public meetings to discuss the new roundabouts the municipal government intends to build. A roundabout is a circular intersection where traffic flows in one direction around a central island. Halifax has had one roundabout, the Armdale Rotary, for more than 60 years, but residents have never been enthusiastic about it. 2 new roundabouts are scheduled to replace busy intersections downtown near the Halifax Commons green space. During a public meeting, people questioned the city's plan, asking about reduced green space, increased dangers to cyclists, and worse traffic congestion. Officials explained that cyclists would use special bike paths and pedestrian crosswalks. They added that the speed is lower in a roundabout, making it safer for everyone. Moreover, the roundabouts are expected to improve the efficiency of traffic flow. Local residents and commuters are outraged. Cyclist Henry Jones shouted that everyone wants the bike lanes to remain on the road. Local resident Ayman Hussein said that the city needs to spend money on parking, not roundabouts. A city engineer remarked that people just don't understand the benefits of roundabouts until they actually use them, yet the public remains skeptical.
You will watch a conversation among 3 people, 1 man and 2 women, at their weekly staff meeting. Watch the discussion. You will watch the discussion only once. Video is about 1.5 to 2 minutes long.
You will watch a discussion among 3 people. There are 2 women and 1 man. They are at their weekly staff meeting. This is April. This is Lily. This is Tim.
I read an interesting article in a magazine last night. It was called The Long Tail, and it was based on a book with the same title. It compared businesses to a comet and gave advice for specialty businesses like ours.
I don't follow. What do you mean about a long tail?
Okay, picture a comet, those fiery things we see in the sky every now and then. The head of the comet represents those best-selling products that people want to buy. The tail of the comet represents specialty items that appeal to only a few people. Basically, it said that in many cases, the long-tailed specialty products generate profits that may equal those of mass appeal products.
Ah, okay, I think I get it. And this is relevant to us how?
Well, I was thinking that in addition to the standard flower arrangements we have, we could offer some other not-so-standard arrangements. Even if only a few people might buy them, it could still generate quite a bit of money.
Well, we don't have much more room for more flower arrangements, especially not ones that only a few people are going to buy.
True. But the example in the article gave me an idea. We need to stand out among our competition. I'm thinking we could find or even create some kind of online flower arranging tool for our website that would allow our customers to make their own arrangements. No other local company is offering a service like that.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. We could offer drop-down menus. First they choose the size, then the dominant color, and then the type of flower. And then we get to try to make it for them. I love it.
But what if they create something really ugly?
Well, so what? You might think it's ugly, but if they like it and they're willing to buy it, then why not make it for them?
Because we have a reputation to consider.
Okay, so we offer some suggestions. We take a look and say, how about if we add some tall flowers here so that your arrangement has a focal point? Or how about if we put some yellow in over here so that it makes it more interesting?
How would we create this online flower shop?
Well, I'll investigate online flower arranging tools tonight and let you know what I find. You know, we could even set up a computer in the store, maybe in the far corner. We'd have to move the artificial flowers to the back of the store, if you want to talk about ugly.
You will hear a presentation about a school breakfast program. Listen to the following report. You will hear the report only once. Audio is about 3 minutes long.
Welcome to The Beacon, Toronto's favorite morning radio program. Today's question is this: will breakfast continue to be served in Toronto schools? Studies have shown that when a child arrives to school hungry, a daily experience for many children, their academic performance suffers. As a solution, many schools have implemented breakfast programs where children enrolled in the program are provided with a nutritious breakfast before classes start. However, due to an increased demand, many programs, including Toronto's, are struggling. Accordingly, Toronto City Council has been approached for funding, a request that has met with differing opinions. While City Councillor Don Bradley supports the breakfast program initiative, he disagrees with providing city funds for its continuance. He argues that there are already many programs in place to support families in need. He questions whether taxpayers should be expected to fund yet another. Instead, as a long-term solution, Bradley suggests ongoing fundraising within individual schools. He says that such a strategy would not only help funding, but also provide children with a valuable opportunity to learn about civic engagement. In contrast, Margaret Kelly, spokesperson for the Toronto program, insists that denying funding would leave many children at risk. Kelly says that while there are already several publicly funded programs in place, the benefit of the breakfast program is that the food is actually reaching those who need it. Indeed, as a former teacher, Kelly has seen firsthand the program's positive benefits. She says that she has seen children previously disruptive and inattentive completely transformed because of the breakfast program. She adds that when children aren't hungry, they can focus on what's important, learning. Sarah Tanner agrees. A single mother whose son attends the breakfast program at Ludwig Elementary. Tanner has struggled to provide for her son since a car accident left her unable to work. Now on social assistance, she finds it almost impossible to make her check stretch to the end of the month. Tanner says that before the breakfast program, her son would often start his day with only a piece of toast. She says that with the breakfast program, she knows he has at least one good meal a day. Coming up, let's hear from our listeners.